An ancient soul that carries universal wisdom within, or a young beginner excited about every new experience? What is the actual age of your soul? These 20 questions will help reveal the truth. Get ready to track your points and see the result at the end of the video. What kind of friend are you? A. The crazy friend. I'm all for adventure. B. The advisor. People listen to me. C. The loyal friend. My friends know they can rely on me. D. The lucky friend. I always get out of trouble unscathed. Option A brings you 20 points. If you add B, add 40 points to your count. Option C is worth 30 points. And in case you chose option D, give yourself 10 points. Where would you rather live? A. In a beautiful high-rise apartment. B. With my parents. C. In a rustic cottage in the countryside. Or D. I feel at home anywhere. Option A gives you 20 points. B adds 10 points to your score. Option C brings 30 points, and D adds 40 points. What would you like to achieve in life? A. Stability and peace. B. World fame. C. Just stay my genuine self. D. A loving relationship. If you had A, add 10 points to your score. Option B gives you 20 points. Option C is worth 40 points, and D brings you 30 points. What issue do you struggle with the most? A. Apathy and laziness. B. Cynicism and boredom. C. Low self-esteem and feeling lost. D. Loneliness and anxiety. Option A brings you 20 points. Add 40 points for option B. Option C gives you 10 points, and D adds 30 points to your score. You feel happiest when you A. Win in a competition. B. I'm always happy. C. Have a party with friends. D. Spend time alone. Option A is worth 20 points. B brings you 40 points. C adds 30 points to your score. Option D is worth 10 points. What is your worst quality? A. I'm too cynical. B. I'm overly naive. C. I can get too emotional. D. I'm too hardworking. Okay, option A is worth 40 points. B brings you 10 points. C adds 20 points to your count. And option D gives you 30 points. What scares you the most? A. Being limited and controlled. B. Never finding true love. C. Losing my family. D. Betraying my values. Option A brings you 20 points. B gives you 30 points. C adds 10 points to your basket. And option D brings you 40 points. What time do you go to bed? A. I often stay up all night. B. Around midnight. C. At 1 a.m. or so. D. No later than 10 p.m. Option A adds 20 points to your count. B brings 30 points. Option C gives you 10 points. And D adds 40 points to your score. How do you prefer to get your news? A. Via the social media feed. B. I avoid it altogether. C. Friends tell me everything. D. I watch news on TV. Option A adds 20 points to your score. B brings you 40 points. Option C is worth 10 points. And D adds 30 points to your count. What career do you think suits you the best? A. Rock star. B. Top manager. C. Freelance artist. D. Writer. Option A is worth 10 points. B brings you 30 points. C adds 20 points to your count. Option D gives you 40 points. What's your relationship like with your relatives? A. I love them dearly. B. I don't want to be like them. C. I need them. D. I feel related to every human. Option A is worth 20 points. B brings you 30 points. C adds 10 points to your score. Option D gives you 40 points. What color do you like more? A. Yellow. B. Green. C. Pink. D. Purple. Option A brings you 20 points. 30 points for option B. C gives you 10 points, and D adds 40 points to your score. Pick an animal. A. A whale. B. A tiger. C. A monkey. D. A horse. Option A brings you 40 points. B gives you 20 points. C adds 10 points to your count. And option D brings you 30 points. Your perfect weekend would be A. Meditating in nature. B. A barbecue party with friends. C. Going on an exotic vacation. D. Trying something new, maybe artistic workshop. Option A is worth 40 points. B brings you 30 points. C adds 20 points to your score. Option D gives you 10 points. What qualities do you expect to see in your ideal romantic partner? A. Passion and charisma. B. Caring and kind-heartedness. C. Self-sufficiency and joyfulness. D. Peace of mind and devotion. Option A brings you 20 points. 30 points for option B. Option C gives you 40 points, and D adds 10 points to your score. Almost there. Who did you dream to become when you were little? A. A wizard. B. An astronaut. C. A famous actor. D. I wanted to follow in my father's footsteps. Option A brings you 40 points. Option B is worth 30 points. C gives you 20 points, and D adds 10 points to your score. What meal would you prefer? A. Extra hot Chinese noodles. B. A fruit salad or smoothie. C. A burger with French fries. D. Just coffee with cookies, please. Option A brings you 20 points. Option B is worth 40 points. Option C gives you 10 points, and D adds 30 points. If your life was a movie, what would it look like? A. Action or horror movie. B. Romantic comedy. C. Fantasy or Indian series. D. Adventure cartoon. Option A brings you 20 points. B is worth 30 points. Option C gives you 40 points, and D is worth 10 points. Do you memorize the dreams you see at night? A. I literally have never had any dreams. B. My dreams are usually black and white. C. Bro, I do lucid dreaming every night. D. I dream in colorful, fantastic images. Well, dreamers, if you chose option A, add 20 points to your score. Option B is worth 30 points. Option C brings you 40 points. And D is worth 10 points. And finally, the last question. If you were a piece of furniture, then which one? A. A dinner table. B. A fancy mirror. C. A cozy couch. D. A king-size bed. Option A brings you 30 points, B is worth 40 points, Option C gives you 10 points, and D is worth 20 points. Now it's time to sum up all your points. If your final score is 200 to 350, you are a baby soul. It means your soul is at the beginning stage of its development, but that's not a bad thing. Although you may face a lot of uncertainty in your life, your innocent heart has a lot of love and hope. Where others see closed doors, you see an abundance of exciting opportunities, and you're brave enough to take them. That's why people may call you lucky, and it's not surprising, the universe protects its babies while they grow. If you've got 350 to 500 points, your soul is a teenager. The most important thing for you is independence. You perceive the outside world as a competition, defending your boundaries and strive to win. You're adventurous, competitive, and hardworking. Teenage souls pursue independence, status, and success. They enjoy traveling the world and meeting new people. Some may call you an egocentric drama queen, but let's be honest, they're just jealous. Those who scored 500 to 650 points are mature souls. You don't chase money and fame at any cost. You know exactly who you are and strive to be your bright, authentic self. Mature souls tend to build loving, committed relationships with others and create loyal communities. People probably say you're a caring and responsible friend and leader. You need to stay true to your values and avoid temptations. If you've got 650 points and more, you have the soul of a wise person. Old souls like you enjoy simple moments in life and stay away from drama. You perceive life as your piece of art and master it with great patience. You solve problems with a joyful and creative approach. People come to you for advice and inspiration because you can find a way out of even the most desperate situation. A perfect career for you is the one that allows you to serve people, share your wisdom, and initiate their personal growth.